Hey everybody, Kennis Russell here. Hope you're doing great. Today I am doing a shootout video of 4 different Telecasters. For a long time I was not a Telecaster person, not because I had anything against them, I just never bought a Telecaster until one day I was at a pawn shop and I saw a cheap Telecaster and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna buy this thing, and I absolutely love it. But in this video I've borrowed 3 other Telecasters from 2 different friends, 2 from one guy and 1 from another, and these Telecasters are of a big variety of price ranges, from literally the cheapest to really nice and expensive. So the question that I'm going to ask today, as we're looking at all 4 of these, is which one is better? Can you tell the difference if your eyes aren't looking at the headstock? So what I've done is I've taped up all 4 of these different Telecasters headstocks, so you can't tell if it's American made, Mexican made, Chinese made, Korean, whatever the case is, even if it's a Fender or not. And you can tell me which one you think is best, and then I'll take the tape off and I'll do more of a full shootout so you can kind of hear all the tones from each different one. But I'm gonna grab these guys at random. Remember, just because it looks pretty doesn't mean it's the most valuable. Listen to your ears. Listen to your ears. What am I saying? Listen to what you're listening to. I don't even know how you'd say that. Listen to these guitars and let me know which one, before I reveal their headstocks, which one you think sounds best. Let's give it a shot. Whoa, my playing is not very good, but oh well. Don't judge me, because I'm not really even that great of a player, so don't judge me. Anyway, let's go to guitar number dos. Number 3. All right, number 4. All right there. Well, let's see here. Let us reveal each one of these guys. We'll start with number uno. All right, well, what did you guys think? Put it in the comments below. 1, 2, 3, 4, what kind of guitar you think it is. Here is the reveal, number one. Let's pull off this wonderful tape here, and we have ourselves a Squier Affinity. This is the one that I bought at the pawn shop, and it actually is the most messed up one, so I was trying to mislead you by not picking the prettiest. I don't know. Anyway, this one in fact is the most beat up, but I bought this for $79, actually might have been $69, something like that, at the pawn shop, and I really like this guitar. Playing it up against some of these other ones, I think will actually have to replace the pickups, but I do like the way it plays. But I did notice the output of the volume was considerably less than the other guitars, and I was able to play one of these guitars in particularly better than this one. But that was number one. So number one was the Squier Affinity. Number two is, let's see, this is a American-made Telecaster right here, made in the USA. This is a 2008, I believe, and this is it. This is like your American Telecaster that you want to buy. I actually really like this guitar as I was playing it. It does have upgraded pickups in here. This is like a humbucker in the bridge, and this is both of these are Seymour Duncan pickups here, so it has been upgraded pickups. So that was numero dos. Going to number three, this is a very nice guitar, the Fender, also American made, but this is their Elite, and this is pretty new. This is a 2019. This is my friend Chris's. He was nice enough to let me borrow two of these guitars. Both of the two that I've looked at here, the Americans, are his, and this is a great player. These are noiseless Fender pickups that come in these. If you're looking closely, you probably could have even read on here that it said Fender noiseless, but that's this guy here. And the number four was kind of back to the beginning, is another Squier Affinity here. Interestingly though, this guitar compared to mine, this is my friend James's, they're basically the same guitar, except this one plays a lot better than mine. I really liked that Squier Affinity before, but now I'm starting to not like it as much. That was actually one of my fears with getting a Telecaster, is I didn't want to be the person that goes and buys a bunch of Telecasters, but I might buy another Telecaster someday. So I was happy with what I had till I had to compare it up against some other guitars. Anyway, this is a inexpensive Affinity as well. I'm actually really impressed with the way this plays. This is how I would rank them as far as playing and sound. The American-made Telecaster right here, this plays and feels great. Chris may be selling this soon, and I don't know. I don't want to speak too soon, but I might want to buy this from him if I can come up with $1,000 or however much one of these would cost. So anyway, this is a great guitar. I like this one. Next was the Elite, American made. But actually, I think this is kind of one of those, the things that I like about it is it has this where the heel comes in there. It fits very nicely. I don't really play up really high that much, so it's not a big deal to me how the heel joint is, but man, this is a very nice guitar and beautiful. Look at this. This is a gorgeous guitar. It's got this binding on it. Man, this is a nice guitar. So I give this number two. Number three is this Affinity one here. Man, this actually, to me, sounded very much like the regular American Standard. I like this guitar as well. And then finally, coming in fourth place, and I was really hoping that this wouldn't be the fourth place, but that's my beat up old Telecaster from the pawn shop. But I think that I could probably work on this neck a little bit, and it's a little grippy. It is a satin neck, but I don't know. I need to kind of do something with that. Maybe my hands are just sticky today, but I think that I can replace the pickups in these and actually come up with a pretty good sounding guitar here. By the way, this one I don't know if you can hear that, but that is also the most noisy guitar. It is all the other ones, I'll have to check the Affinity, the other Affinity, but this is really, really noisy instrument here. Well, there you have it. These 4 guitars, 2 Squier Affinities, 2 Americans. One is an Elite, one's a Standard American. You know, it's interesting playing guitars like this back to back because sometimes you don't really notice the nuance of a guitar and how much better it plays. And I've only really played these, just what I'm playing on video. I haven't really had some intimate time, you know, digging in and playing to anything or playing any backing tracks or anything like that. I've just really barely demoed them. But it's interesting seeing how different, two things that I've noticed, how different the Affinities sound from each other and how much I like my friend James's Affinity a lot more than my Squier Affinity. Also, I really felt like the Standard and the Squier Affinity, my friend James's, is the same. They seem very, very similar to each other. Now the American played a lot better, but the sound of them actually sounded to me very, very similar. So really is kind of amazing how an inexpensive guitar, you know, in a lot of ways, an inexpensive Telecaster is very, very similar to an expensive one. That being said, I'm a little envious of my friend Chris for these 2 guitars. So anyway, I might be selling some stuff and seeing if I can get that other one from him perhaps one of these days. We'll see. Anyway, hopefully you like this video. Hey, if you made it this far, you are a rock star. I appreciate you watching it. If you would, please subscribe to this video, hit the like button, all that. You can check up to this video right here. This is a video that YouTube thinks that you'll be liking, and here's a video that I think you might like. So click on that, subscribe. Kennis Russell out. I'll see you in another video. Alrighty then.